Tucker, hello, and thank you for coming here in Bourgoin-Jallieu, in France, once again. We saw you last time at Big Bang in Aya last February 2020. It was before all these events of COVID.
Yeah.
It means like a long time, an eternity ago. But you came once again here to defend your AA title.
Yes, sir.
You lost, unfortunately, but it was an awesome night. So my first question will be, how was your COVID period for you? How was your time during COVID? How do you still train yourself to be on the top?
It was, I think, like everybody, it was very difficult. Mentally, I'm very lucky physically because I have a gym in the house that I PT out of during the week. And then wrestle at the weekends, pretty much. So, and I live like right beside a forest, so loads of greenery and kind of good for the head and the mind. So I feel like I was definitely luckier than most people, but it still sucked, you know. Especially in terms of like shows and no crowds and like that first WrestleMania didn't feel like WrestleMania and stuff like that, you know.
Okay. So during this time, do you practice other sports to still be on the top, except wrestling?
No, wrestling is gym and wrestling is like my two things. I feel like with this kind of thing, it's all you can do. It takes up all your time. If you're traveling, you're eating, you're training, keeping yourself in shape. I was kind of lucky because I have a key to the ring that I coach at home.
Okay.
So again, like I was luckier than most people, so it was a bit easier for me. Motivation was maybe a little harder because, God knows when I'm going to wrestle again, God knows when I'm going to have a crowd again, and just a crazy time. I guess it's cool that we experienced in some weird way, but let's hopefully never have that again.
I hope to.
Yeah.
Because yes, it was. I think for you and all professional wrestlers, it was a very bad time.
Awful. Yeah.
Yes. So I want to talk to you about your time in NXT UK. Do you have a memory or a fact that you want to talk about during this time?
I guess there was a lot of like fun times and a lot of memories. My favorite time was probably the original tournament, the United Kingdom Championship tournament, main event in the first night with Tyler Bate. Just to see the UK wrestling scene get the credit and finally get the big stage and the exposure that it kind of deserves, because there's so many guys in the UK who are just incredible talent and they're so passionate, and it just makes it so easy to kind of makes it easy for me to work hard because I know how hard everybody else is working, and it was just such a nice payoff. I mean, I've wanted this since I was like 6 or 7 years old, so to actually wrestle in the WWE ring and have like a 3-year run there. Maybe I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do as such, but I got to wrestle in my hometown in the Odyssey Arena. My mom was in the front row. She used to buy me tickets for them shows when I was a kid, so that was pretty cool. But I'm just really grateful for that opportunity.
Okay. And what about, can you tell me about your first day in NXT UK? Do you remember it?
Yeah, I can definitely remember it. So my first day in NXT UK, so it was again like before there was NXT UK, there was that United Kingdom tournament, and there was like a 10-page email and I read 9 pages. So I actually tried to check into the wrong hotel. They gave me a room and they were like, oh, must not have had your name down, so there was a big confusion. And then William Regal was like giving us this speech, and then he said, oh, and you guys are staying in the Holiday Inn. I was like, oh man, what? And one of the best mates, or Jordan Devlin, was there, and he actually had like wrestling gear made by the same person as me at the time, but because of Ireland, she'd gave it to me. So he was like, oh, do you have my stuff? And I was like, well, yeah, it's in my room. He was like, oh, have you been to the hotel? And I was like, I've checked into the wrong hotel. I really need to get out of here. I need to get this bag back downstairs without Regal seeing it and stuff. But it's a lot of fun, and all the boys had a good laugh at my expense. But it was a good story and a good memory, you know. And it's something I'll definitely never ever forget, for sure.
And so after the match we saw tonight, you lost your title.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's next for you?
Going
to come here?
I'm just going to get back to work. I'm in Manchester next weekend, so I can't really dwell on my losses. I need to get back in the win column, build myself back up. I'm going to have a long flight home to think about what happened tonight. And you can bet your ass I'll be back. You know, it's a beautiful title, and it's one that I want to have back around my waist. And as amazing as Machete is, I know on my best day I can take him. I know how hard I have to work now. I know how good he is. Maybe underestimated him. Maybe these people tonight were just that extra edge that he needed. But you know, hats off to him. He works so hard, and I've known him for a long, long time, and he deserves it. But you know, every dog has its day with me. So he's gonna have to hold on to that thing tight because I'm coming for it.
I think so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your kindness once again, and I hope you love your time here.
Always, man. Merci, my friend.
Okay.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.